Alright, so we're in Zermatt, Switzerland. There's chocolate everywhere, there's watches everywhere, and we're trying not to blow the budget.
I think
Looks the same.
the same. Mine tells the time too. But that tells the time $48,000 more. And it might be upselling me on way more than I need.
This is episode 6. We're back on the Euro program, and it's this year's last healthy serving of jank.
Surprised if I'm not here when you look behind.
So the riding in here in Zermatt is very different, super rocky, and their rocks don't have some kind of like sand over top of them, so they're kind of slippery sometimes. So you have to really work the bike. So I made sure that my setup is maybe a bit softer than what I would usually run for my suspension, and I just make sure I stay calm and I don't get frustrated about being slowed down.
Yeah, I make decisions to glow. Ridiculous flow, potential to...
So this round in Zermatt was unique in that it was a one-day race and only a one-day practice as well, which I kind of liked. It was really weird practicing and then kind of thinking, well, tonight I'm just going to be racing like the next day. I normally really like long stages because I can get into the flow and you just really get to like ride your bike and not be kind of making mistakes or pushing too much. I was really struggling to just, keep it together for a whole stage, and it's not fun riding a bike when you're just kind of scared of losing grip strength and not being able to ride and then just bleeding time. And I ended up 7th on the weekend, which was pretty good. I faded, I think I was 6th, 8th, 11th, 13th, 15th on my stages, so I was obviously getting tired, and ended up the season 11th overall, which considering everything is pretty amazing, and I like the number 11, so I'm stoked to have that on my jersey next year.
Slow start to stage 1, and then stage 2 made some mistakes as well, and then I kind of found my flow on stage 3 and put in a really good time with the 5th. That kind of definitely bumped me up a few positions in the overall standings, and then kind of just maintained that throughout the rest of the race and ended up 17th on the day. I think I rode pretty consistently all season. I had a really good strong start in New Zealand and Tasmania, and same with Madeira, and to come away with 6 is like insane. I'm really stoked. My best overall position before was 8th, so 6 is sick.
So we get to wrap up the season here in beautiful Zermatt, Switzerland. Had a blast training on the donkey trails here, and started off the race and had a little bit of a sublux in my shoulder on stage 1, and so had to ride defensively the rest of the day. But all in all, ended up okay, and luckily the team pulled through for 1st on the day and 2nd for the season overall, which is huge, and psyched to be a part of that.
After racing down many hiking trails, I ended up 2nd today. On stage 5, I kind of started, and then I went screwed up the first corner. I knew it was there, but I still screwed it up. And then I just kind of clicked, and I was like, wow, this is the last time we're doing this year. And I hit the pavement. There was a pavement midway, or almost at the bottom of the stage, and I just laid everything out. And I came into the flow trail actually not knowing how to handle my bike when it goes that fast, and I was just smashing in every turn, and I was like, oh my god. And I ended up grabbing the Queen Stage win, which I'm really happy about. Doesn't mean that much, but he has been getting a pretty strong hold on all of these until North Star when Noga got one and I was 3 seconds off. So I'm super happy to grab the Queen Stage to finish the year, really. And yeah, just to finish a full season of EWS is a huge accomplishment for me that I'm really taking the time to let it soak in and like be proud of what I accomplished this season. Should we get prize? Yes.
Oh, yes.
I would say We're here at Dornoland in Italy. We're gonna go ride some moto. I got my hairnet on and I'm ready to go.
My mom watches these episodes. Don't tell her.
Well, it's my first time in like 4 years, so yeah, it's just learning all these controls again. It's fucking scary. First time riding a moto. She wasn't given an electric start, so she's mad about that, but she's been starting it herself, and now she's just shredding it, which is sick.
So much learning and so much adrenaline. It's crazy.
It works.
We are in Finale Ligure on the coast of Italy for the first ever Trophy of Nations.
High five.
Technically it's a world championship, so the nation that wins is going to be the world champion. We raced as nation, so that means that every country has a team of women and men, both in elite and U21 if they filled all the categories.
Last time we paraded around Finale as our nation. There was 24 nations represented. It was cool to kind of feel the national pride there with all the fellow Canadians, and it was really cool. There's a lot of people watching, and I really feel like this is going to help make this event something big, which I think would be really cool for the future. And yeah, Canada was representing, chainsaws and plaid. It was a good time. Really quite awkward. A lot of pedaling over slippery rocks and a lot of baby heads and things. It's pretty gnarly, always. Lots of gravel to keep you on your toes.
And then we had the industry team category, which EWS put together for companies and teams willing to step forward and see what this event's all about. We had Ken Perez, our product manager who does all the specs on the bikes, and then we had Stephen Matthews, who's our brand manager, wears a bunch of different hats, mostly on the marketing side. And yeah, we went out there. I knew those guys from the office, and we had a ton of fun today. I lit out most of the day. I was a little bit concerned on like keeping everyone together, and maybe riding a little conservative, but all in all, it was a blast to ride with friends and a little more chill vibe on the day than normal EWS.
We had some good flow going down, and I was doing my best to keep up to those two guys. They're quite a bit faster. So as long as I keep them in my sight, then I don't have to think about line choice, which helps a lot. But unfortunately, I got caught out on one of the corners. Front wheel just swapped out from underneath me, and I crossed my bars up and put the end of the handlebar right into my leg.
I think that everyone kind of underestimated the event, but everyone really rose up to the occasion, and I think the national pride really hyped everyone up from every different countries. Canada ended up third for the women, which is pretty cool. It was me, Miranda Miller, and Jennifer McHugh, who was first timer in Europe, so we really just like brought her along and we were like, hold on, and she did pretty good. So
Is this the Jank File?
This is the Jank File. This is Jank File coming up.
You're watching the Jank Files.
Of course.
I don't know where we at.
Episode 6.
We're at episode 6.
And I watched every single one.
Nice, dude.
So I should have known. Yeah, base.
Hell yeah. Go Team Sweden. All three of us, I think, showed how consistent and how good of riders we are, because We finished within 13 seconds of the entire day and got third. Like, not slowly within each other, fast within each other. And like, yeah, Reese killed it, Remy killed it. We had a ton of fun. I'm pretty sure we were the most hyped team all day.
Trophy of Nations is basically the funnest format of racing ever. It's like riding with your mates. This weekend we got to ride balls to the walls with our buddies, and it was basically...
It's that extra bit. Like,
It's like party train going 100%. Yeah, it never happens.
Exactly.
when you have someone in front of you and behind you, like, every little second counts. So like, you're just putting these pedal strokes, you're like, I don't know how I'm pedaling so hard, but I gotta do it.
I'd say this is like the hardest I went in any EWS. Like, it's not just for me, it's like for the whole team, for Canada, like everything. So I was just like any pedal or whatever, if I was like a little bit off, it's like get the wheel, like just digging so deep to stay on. And
Going into next year, we'll have a little bit more familiarity with the event. We'll also know how fun it is, so like maybe a little bit less nervous and pressure going into it. Yeah, exactly. So like,
it's definitely the event to look forward to for 2020.